What's up, book? Today we're going to talk about the second in the Shadowhunter series called The City of Ashes. So this book follows, from the first one, it kind of follows right after everything happens, a couple months, and it follows Clary and Jace after they have found out that Valentine is their father and that they are related. It follows them looking for the soul sword and trying to get Valentine to not get it. And what Valentine is trying to do is he is trying to recruit demons to work for him and kill downworlders, so like the vampires, the fairies, the werewolves. He's trying to get them to kill all of them so that the world can be a bit more pure. He also wants them to kill part of the Clave, which is kind of like the Shadowhunters government, if you know from the first book. So that's kind of a rough summary. I know it's been a really long time since I made a video. I got really behind on filming, and I'm even really behind on my reading. I thought I'd be on the fourth in the series. I'm only halfway through the third now, so I have to like do a lot of reading very quickly. So hopefully by the end of the week I'll be done with the third one. So hopefully by the end of the week I can be done with that. So I felt really bad, so I actually made an ASMR of me reading a book, Can't Look Away. So I'm going to keep doing that for the whole book. I might do that for other books too, because I did actually really like that. I got to like sit in bed, I was in my pajamas, I was very comfortable and relaxed, so it was nice. So there were some more, as usual, there were pros and cons to this book. A thing that I liked was that the writing is getting better, progressively better, with pacing, with how just things are written in general, because in the first book it was like, I'm forever gonna say this, it's a 300 pager. You have to read the first 300 pages before it gets good, but this book was pretty solid start to finish. Like the pacing is very good. So the pacing in this book is really good, and it's a kind of a quicker read, which makes me really happy because I know there's many in the series, and Cassandra Clare has also written other books, so that's a lot more to read also. But just in general, it's good, it's nicely paced, and things that are written well. They're written better than they were in the first and even the second book, really. So I do really like that. I appreciated that. I thought it just made the experience a bit more enjoyable. So going into things I didn't like though, because there was still a list. I still don't like Isabel. I still think you find out in the third book why she is the way she is, which is to say, VICTH. But I still don't like her. Even with that whole, here's why I am how I am, here's why I don't like you, here's why I'm so mean, I still don't really like her. I don't relate to her in any way. I think she's just sort of a filler character, really. Even though they try to write her off as a main character. I just don't really like her. Just moving on. I have to say, I was kind of getting a little bit sick of Clary this time. I think she's going back to her old ways of making bad choices. And I just really I expected more. And maybe that was a fault on my part because I shouldn't have expected so much from someone like that. But I did expect a lot, and it wasn't delivered. So I have to say, a big plot point that I really liked, we're just jumping around. This review has no sort of outline, no like nothing. Literally nothing. So this review was just sort of like, I was just like, man, I'm gonna do a review today of this book. I'm finally gonna do it, get it done. So it's not the best, but we're gonna kind of jump around. So one thing that I really did like in this book was where they went with Simon, because now, spoiler, so I'll put my hand up, and when I put it down, the spoiler is over. So spoiler, Simon is a vampire now. So I think where it goes with that is really good, because it also goes into his emotions, how he's this new thing now, how he misses who he used to be. Everything with Clary happens, and I mean, I'm not a big fan of the whole romance in the middle of kind of a war, but I thought it was done well this time. Another thing that I wasn't really expecting, but I was pleasantly surprised, was the idea that Clary and Jace aren't over each other. In fact, their feelings are only growing stronger, and it's probably not the best that they're not trying to stop each other now. They're kind of letting themselves fall more and more for each other, so then of course they're gonna get hurt more and more in the end. And I thought I would hate it, but I actually liked it. I thought that was one of the better plot points. So because Jace is Valentine's son, there's this Inquisitor who kind of like is one of the big people in the Clave, and she kind of blames him. She thinks they've like conspired against the Clave this entire time, and she's very frustrating to read because you know that it's not true, but they're not listening. That's a big thing in this series, is that when people think something, they don't listen to reason. Like the Inquisitor doesn't listen to Jace, doesn't listen to the Lightwoods, doesn't listen to Clary, doesn't listen to anyone who's like, no, he's on our side. They really only start to listen when Valentine says, like, no, you know, he's not on my side. He chose to be on your guys' side. And she kind of has that, oh my god moment. And it was very relieving when she had that moment, but reading up to it was very frustrating. In general, I felt like she was a very frustrating character. I didn't like her at all in any way, shape, or form. And she just seemed like really condescending too. She was very manipulative of people. She wanted people to give her things. She didn't care if they were lying or telling the truth, but she wanted them. She wanted to be able to put the blame on someone. The Clave wanted to be able to put the blame on someone, and the easiest person was Jace. And that is a very realistic situation, but it's also a very frustrating one. So when I was reading, I could feel myself getting increasingly frustrated. Like, I wanted to go into the book world and like scream at her, shake her, tell her how stupid she was being, and it was like I can't. So overall, this was like another solid book. This was good, and I'm glad I'm reading the third one because it's also good, and it goes into a lot more questions I had, and they're getting answered. So overall, I think I gave this book in my notebook like a 7 or 8 out of 10. I would definitely recommend this one, especially if like you ended up liking the first one after the first 300 pages, because it really takes 300. It really does. I'm not kidding when I say that, not exaggerating. But so this book was just good. It was fun to read, and even in the parts when it was like, part isn't that great, it was still fun. Like, I still found myself enjoying it, even though it was like, God, I'm so frustrated with her. I want to punch her in the face. Oh my God. I was still like, no, don't put the book down. It's still good. So I was really happy about that, because the first one, I was afraid this one would kind of be a bit of a letdown, but it was just fun. There was sassiness all around. People were just like roasting each other halfway through. They'd be in a really serious situation, and you just have Jace making some joke about himself, about how awesome he is, and you're like, man, I want to like punch you in the face. Like, what the frick? What the flip is wrong with you? I hate you. But then you'd have people like Simon, and he'd just make a joke, and you're like, God damn, you were in this hard situation, this awful thing, and you're still making flippin' jokes. I love it. It was so good. It was so refreshing. So as you guys know, last video I had like a 3-minute segment where I talked about this book. It was in my ASMR. I talked about this book that's coming out that I'm excited. The author is Sophronia Marza, and I just wanted to kind of give her a shout out because I want you guys to know who she is. She has a Facebook page, and you guys really should go follow it, because she not only posts stuff about her writing and stuff she's reading, she also posts stuff in the same sense that motivational psychology, my sponsor, does. So personally, I think her page is great. I love seeing her post things, and I'm really excited for her book to come out. I hope it does soon. Please. Please. But anyway, I hope it comes out soon. I'm excited. I love her page. I followed it for a couple months now, so I'm excited when she posts something new. I love seeing it. I always like her stuff. I feel like I'm a stalker when I'm online and I see like one person post like really funny stuff or really relatable stuff, and I just like, and like I feel the need to message them and be like, I'm not a stalker, I promise. I just like the stuff you post. But I feel like I can't do that because it makes me more of a stalker in like that way. But so I'm excited for when her book comes out, and when it does, I'm definitely going to read and do a review. I hope I can make a video about books that I'm excited for, books that I have on my list to read, because I have a long list, like over 100 book long list. But so I'm going to make that video. I'm so sorry again. I'm really trying to get this consistent filming schedule, but like you have to give me 4 years per video. If not, like they turn out this kind of quality. I need 4 years minimum, sometimes 6. But anyway, if you guys like this video, give it a like, subscribe, and turn on my bell to get notifications. But anyway, if you like this video, like, subscribe, turn on my bell to get notifications so you can truly join Book, the fastest growing booktube community. I think. Take my word for it. Please. And comment what you think about the Shadowhunter series. I know a lot of people have said that, oh, it's either they love it or they're like, this is awful, how do people like it? So let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope to make another video soon. My Can't Look Away Chapter 2 ASMR is coming out soon. It'll probably be another half-hour video, but I hope you all enjoyed this. Bye.